So yeah, they shine a light on the lesser known members. But what I really loved about this was at the end, right? You see Ghost and Ray just sitting there just politicking, and then they start hearing Biggie, One More Chance, the remix. The fuck, yo, son, what the fuck is that? Alright, y'all, so before I head out to go see Creed 3 for the second time, and I'm going to see it for a third time on Friday, so if you can tell, I like the Creed and Rocky franchise. I had to watch the Wu-Tang Saga, so this is Season 3, Episode 5, if I'm not mistaken. And I gotta say, this is my favorite episode of the season so far. Alright, so not to take much of your time, like I said, I gotta head out in a minute. Go check out Creed and Jonathan Majors beat the shit out of each other. So what I liked about this episode was that it focused on the lesser known Wu-Tang members, because even if you really don't know Wu-Tang, you know Method Man, you know Old Dirty Bastard, you may have heard of Ghostface Killer and RZA and Raekwon, but you know, unless you're a fan, a real fan, you know, you probably don't know who You God is, Inspectah Deck, and Master Killer. And I wonder when they're gonna introduce Capadonna, or did they introduce Capadonna already? I'm not sure. Because Capadonna had like the fucking best verse on Ghostface's album, man. That Daytona 500, yo, crazy. So anyways, focuses on the lesser known members. So right now, You God, his son had just got shot. So I remember this story in real life. His son had got shot, and he had to leave the tour to go see about his son. He was gonna go kill the guy that did it, but through divine intervention, it didn't happen. So he finally realized, like, hey, man, I'm part of something that's bigger than myself, and I can provide a better life for my son. So sense kicks in, that father instinct kicks in, and he's like, okay, I gotta do this. So it turns it around. And it's funny because the real You God wasn't really supportive of this show, and I guess that's because they really didn't involve him in the creative process. But once again, RZA, you know, love him or hate him, he gives everybody their flowers. Because the way You God talked about him, seemed like him and RZA was like on bad terms, but still gave the man his flowers. You know what I'm saying? He still acknowledged that he was an important part of the group and told his story. So, hey, I appreciate that. And then we get to Deck, right? Inspectah Deck, which had one of my personal favorite Wu-Tang albums, Uncontrolled Substance. I think I've listened to that probably just as much as Only Built for Cuban Links and Iron Man. That's one of my favorite Wu-Tang CDs. So I did not know that Deck actually produced the song to the soundtrack of Tales from the Hood, because you know in the credits it says Wu-Tang, but I didn't know that Deck did that. So he produced it and rapped it, and did not want to take credit for it, because RZA and Divine was like, hey yo, we're gonna put your name on this. He's like, no, make it a Wu-Tang joint. I'm like, man, that's what I'm talking about, man. Selfless about the team, but sometimes, man, listen, yo, you have to take some credit for yourself sometimes, man. I mean, I understand it's all about the team, but you know, sometimes, you know, it's not bad to give yourself a pat on the back, like, yeah, I did that. I accomplished that. I'm part of the team, but, you know, give yourself some credit too. But, yo, can't knock him for that, man. He's a true soldier, you know what I mean? So, hey, I did not know that. And I think Deck, personally, is one of the most underrated Wu-Tang members. Because, think about it, y'all. He kicks off damn near every song, and every, like, fire song for Wu-Tang, he usually kicks it off, gets the shit in a high gear, and everybody else has to follow after him. So I remember, I don't know if it was Meth or Ghost that said that when you follow Deck, you had to come with your A game, because he would kill it on the first verse, and so whatever verse you had written after Deck went, you had to scribble that shit out, throw it in the trash. Okay, I gotta step this up. So he brought out the best in everybody, but he doesn't get mentioned enough. But you know, one of the most underrated members. Yeah, I'm glad he got his flowers too. And last but not least, Master Killer, who I forgot he was a cousin of Marvin Gaye, so he has connection to the music business already. So he has one foot in, one foot out. You know, it's like, I mean, kind of like most of us, we have our dreams, what we want to do, but then when life kicks in, it's like, okay, even though yes, I want to do this and I want to, you know, have a podcast or do YouTube or whatever, but you know, I got bills and shit, so I guess I got to give up my dream to go do that. But thanks to his oh shit, was that his uncle or his grandfather? I forgot, but. It's like, no, man, you got a talent, do that shit, man. You know, fuck all this other stuff. Do what your passion is, what you want to do. And he you know, didn't look back after that. You know, he became an official member of Wu, earned the respect of Raekwon. Now, speaking of Ray and Ghost, I love how this episode ends, okay? So yeah, they shine a light on the lesser known members. But what I really loved about this was at the end, right? You see Ghost and Ray just sitting there just politicking, and then they start hearing Biggie, One More Chance, the remix. The fuck, yo, son, what the fuck is that? Yo, that sound like Big One More Chance, but you know, the Ghostface girl rides by. Oh yeah, that's the remix. Like, what the fuck you doing listening? You supposed to be listening to our shit. Like, listen, I listen to y'all shit all the time, yo. This is what's hot in the street right now. And I remember they really came after Biggie for real. You know, I don't know, I forgot if it was on Ray's album or Ghost's album, but one of them was talking shit about how Big copied Nas's album cover where he used the baby, and you know Nas used himself as a little kid, so they was like, yo, niggas bit off of Nas shit. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I don't want nobody biting off of me. Yo, do your own thing or be original. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they was kind of going after Biggie. They was beefing with Biggie, except for Meth. I think Meth was like, because Meth did a song with Big. So yeah, Ray Ghost wasn't feeling Big, but it was more of on some competitive shit because Wu was on top. They go on tour, they come back. Now it's about Bad Boy and the Notorious B.I.G. So it's like, all right, you coming from the crown? Okay, yo, it's on and popping. And now the way this shit ended, it ended with Criminology, and yo, I got goosebumps because that's my favorite track on Ray's album. When Criminology came on, I got goosebumps. I said, oh, okay, next episode, we're going to get into Only Built for Cuban Links. So even though I'm saying this is my favorite episode right now, I think the next episode is going to top that. So far, fire season, with the exception of the ODB episode, which I'm not hating on, but it was really out there, you know, and Tamara Van Peebles, you know, to his credit, the man's brilliant. I love his work. But sometimes this stuff can be a little too artsy for my taste, man. And that was a little too artsy for me too, you know. I like simplicity, you know what I'm saying? Like this episode here, simple, just told the story of these brothers, the camaraderie between them, the banter and all that. That's what I like to see. The artsy stuff, I'm not but people love it. You know, people was in the comments about how it was their favorite episode. You loved, okay, cool. No doubt. You love what you love. But for me, like, I like episodes like this. So I would like Van Peebles to come back and do that episode because I love the Protect Your Neck joint. And I wish he could bring that same flavor to this one because it's one of the dopest Wu albums, but we shall see. So what y'all think about this episode? Comment freely below. Let me know what you thought. If you like and dig this content, hit that like and subscribe notification bell in the corner. This is Rashad G signing out. See you in the next video.